welcome to a cold morning in Dolgellau. Today is going to be the first day of the C1 actual build. We're going to tear it down and get stuck in. So I've got Tom with me today. Mike is on his way somewhere. I think he's lost on the M6 somewhere, but we'll see him later on. And this is kind of like the back lot of the AutoMax workshop, and the C1 has been sat here for the last few months, and I think this is the last time it'll be in here. So yeah, that's good. That is progress. Let's just see if it starts, and we'll drive it in the workshop. Just take it all in, because this is what it did look like. I mean, it's still going to be dirty until we got Jay cleaning it, but all right, let's see. I might need to get a jump pack if it doesn't start. Fantastic. The good old Nocco box. There we go, 12 volts. Injected with 12 volts. Beautiful. Just didn't want to wake up like me this morning. Let's get it done. You know what'll be next? Brakes will be stuck. Nah, she's a beauty. Here it is! Tom, you haven't even seen this up close yet, have you?
Look at it. What a treat.
Is this the first time you've seen it?
Yeah, it is, yeah. And all the moss as well. So when you crashed it, is it that?
Yeah.
You did that?
Yeah. So here it is in all its standard glory. So let's get stuck in. So I'm getting warm now. Must be working. I've got quite a lot of interior out now. What we've been doing is we've been putting all the throwing stuff on that side and all the keeping stuff on that side. Now the reason I'm keeping that standard seat there is because I want to utilise the rails on the bottom of it, or just use the measurements off it for the race seat. So that's why I've done that. Sponges in the rear quarter. Ideal for sucking up moisture and rotting from the inside. Tom's made some money already as well, 40p to be exact. Oh, I had a spoon and a biro. That's about it at the moment. I'll keep searching. You never know. All seatbelt stuff, standard stuff, going. Bin. We'll put our own ones in. We're not going to go without seatbelts. Might be time for a cup of tea in a minute. Stick kettle on, isn't it? Quite satisfying pulling things apart. Anything good under there? Found anything else?
No
Made any more money?
There's no more money.
40p, man.
40p. I'm holding out hope.
What will you get for 40p now? Alright, I'm going home.
Is that it, is it?
Yeah, done. We're usually quite tidy people, aren't we? But I guarantee you we'll have left something in here somewhere. Well, there's 3 things I said on the first video that weren't right.
We said about the rear wiper.
Rear wiper we have to keep.
Yeah.
So is the stereo has to be kept as well. I think that was the only thing I said wrong. Oh, and the alloy wheels. We need alloys. We're not allowed to steels anymore. That was an old rule, but it's not a new rule. Oh, fucking come the ceiling down. Hang on. Sistine Chapel.
Give me a fan off.
Right, now we're going to have a little tool reset. I don't know if everyone does this, but me and Tom have just discovered that we both do this. All the tools that we've been using for this particular job now, I'm going to put them all back in the toolbox and then have a swig of tea and then reset about the next part of the job. So put all my tools away and then start again. if you know what I mean. Just have a reset. And I'm just saying, the reason I'm saying this is because if you're building a car, it's a good way to be, you know, a bit of housekeeping. Just keep everything tidy. You won't lose your tools, you're not standing on them, you haven't got them everywhere, and you know exactly where everything is. It's just a little tip. I don't know if it'll work with everybody, but it definitely works with me. We need to get the dash out next. There's a lot of hidden screws and things, but I think that's our biggest thing that's left now before we can start mocking the cage up. Let's have a tea first, eh? Oh. It's looking good though. It's looking bare. What's that taking us? Everything's loose. There's not that many bolts, they're just all quite hidden. So you do your best not to try and flipping yank it out and rip and break stuff, but everything's loose now. I've dropped the steering column down just to give a bit more access. I've pulled all the cowling off there, stereo and everything's out, speakers are out. So this is all flappy and loose now, so that just comes out like that. I need to undo that pyro cable for the airbag, which we're going to remove in a minute. But pretty much there, that top pinnacle is out. So now, I think we'll remove these bottom pieces, and then we can start mocking up the cage then. Not sure what else we need to do here. I think all that needs to stay in anyway, so yeah, so basically, interior is pretty much stripped now. So I'll give you a little pan around in a minute so you can see what it looks like. In here, we are all stripped, all interior, roof lining. Top of the dash is out. All the carpets are out. I've loosened this just so we can get things past it. Right, I've pulled one side off, but a little trick for you. Before you put the cage in, you need to remove these little cups that are on here. They're like a strengthening cup, but obviously when you put the cage in, it's going to strengthen it anyway. So I drill the spot welds out, and then I just get a hammer and chisel and knock it out. So yeah, I'll do the other side. Just like that, nearly ready to stick this cage in now. This is going to be a bit fiddly. My head. Take half the loom with it. Oh no, we've lost the shocks. Shock fell out, so I'll hold that. If you just guide it in from the bottom, you heard. Guide her in there. Let's get the front piece in, just see where that sits. Because once these feet are tacked in, cage can come out. Yeah. I can finish tacking them, finish welding them, and then the cage can go in for permanent then. Can it? Ah! Cut myself. I am welding, I'm tacking the feet of the cage in, hopefully. Could you pass me the David grinder, some areas. There's James there, look, helping us out today. They're the three bits of cage that I haven't put in yet, because I've just got to finish doing some welding. But basically, cage is in, ballast tray's in, seat is mounted ready, all the dash is cut and prepared. We've got to put the top panel on, steering wheel's on. It's all lightly bolted for now because I just need to do some finishing touches to it. Got the harness bar on the back there. What else have we done? Oh, I can try and show you underneath. There's our old springs, and if we look underneath the car, hopefully you can see some new springs. There, nice yellow springs. And new KYB shocks. Let's have a look in the back. Got new top mount bolts in here. This is all lightly bolted in for now until we finish just lining it all up. Still all the bits and boxes on the floor, so a bit of a tidy up now, and then we'll start day 2 probably throughout the week. We'll do some bits and bobs, but I will bring you as much as I can then. Hopefully the next job will be to get all this on. We've done quite well. The car is still in pieces, but we've got a lot done. The last few minutes or the last few hours, we've not really filmed much because we've been hammering, getting bits on. Cage is in, rear shocks are on, rear springs are on. Most of the dash is all cut and prepared. Seats in, we've taken it out again, but all that's been mounted. Ballast tray mounted. It's not late, it's like 11 o'clock, and I think we're going to call it a day now, but we've done quite well. I'm really happy with the progress. Yeah, so I'll bring you some more because we're going to do another day on it. Yeah, that's day 1 done.